Okay, let's get you updated on this crazy story. You know, Boeing's been hit again with new scrutiny in D.C., potentially unsafe airplanes. It's getting pretty serious. We're going to get to a whistleblower in just a second. Hillary Vaughn, she's now live on Capitol Hill. This whistleblower, Hillary, is a veteran Boeing engineer, Hillary Vaughn. He testified on Capitol Hill today, right?
Good evening, Liz. Well, today, senators heard bombshell testimony from a current Boeing engineer who was blowing the whistle on major safety concerns with their planes, saying that the 737 Dreamliner jet has sections of skin that are not properly fastened and could bust apart. He also raised questions about parts of the Boeing 777 jet that he says were being forced to fit. A shortcut, he says, could turn fatal for passengers. The whistleblower says Boeing ignored his concerns and muzzled him from talking to experts to try to fix the problem.
Boeing hit problems, pushing pieces together with excessive force to make him appear that the gaps don't exist, even though they exist. Effectively, they are putting out defective airplanes. I literally saw people jumping on the pieces of the airplane to get them to align. I was told to shut up. I received physical threats. My boss said, I would have killed someone who said what you said in a meeting.
Boeing disputes this, saying in a statement, quote, "We are fully confident in the 787 Dreamliner because of the comprehensive work done to ensure the quality and long-term safety of the aircraft. These claims about the structural integrity of the 787 are inaccurate." Today, we also heard disturbing reports about an alleged toxic safety culture at Boeing as lawmakers spent the morning hearing claims that if employees at the company raised concerns about safety, they were punished. The whistleblower saying he at one point found a nail in his tire that the repair shop says did not get there by accident. Boeing is disputing this, saying, quote, "They encourage all employees to speak up when issues arise. Retaliation is strictly prohibited at Boeing." And Liz, the Boeing CEO was invited here today to testify. He did not show up. Instead, Boeing says they're cooperating with the committee by handing over documents and offering closed-door briefings. Liz?
Hillary Vaughn, thank you so much for your great reporting as always. Let's bring in Diana Furchtgott-Roth. Diane served in the Transportation Department under the Trump White House. What did you make of what you just heard? So we got a veteran Boeing engineer testifying these Dreamliners could fall apart in midair. And Hillary Vaughn just said that a nail that was in a plane tire was not put there accidentally. That sounds like sabotage. What's going on here?
It really does, Liz. And the FAA pays a lot of attention to such accusations. It's very important that Americans know that they are safe when they fly. And America has an excellent record in terms of flight safety. And one reason for that is that when the FAA hears whistleblowers and other people who raise concerns, they go to Boeing and they ask them about it. And there are times where they have consent agreements and they make them change their processes.
Well, are you confident? From what you heard, are you confident this is getting fixed? I mean, this whistleblower did send documents to the FAA. Do you think the government's on top of it?
I think that the FAA is investigating. The FAA investigates all these different kinds of accusations, and America has an excellent flight record. Boeing is also coping with problems with its suppliers. It needs to put in place a mechanism that all the inputs for its planes from suppliers meet its standard. Okay. And you have other companies such as Tesla, where they have vertical integration, where they control all the components. But the FAA does take these accusations seriously, investigates them, and makes companies change.
Okay, so this veteran engineer at Boeing, he gave his first on-camera interview to NBC. He worked for Boeing for 15 years. He says he will not put his own family on Boeing airplanes. Watch what he said. Listen to this.
What would happen if you had a fatigue failure in a 787 at altitude?
The plane will fall apart at the joints where we're talking about. Once you fall apart, you're going to descend all the way to the ground.
You think the plane could literally break apart in air?
Absolutely.
Should Boeing ground the 787 right now to check the gap sizes?
I would say they need to.
The entire fleet worldwide?
The entire fleet worldwide, as far as I'm concerned right now, needs an attention.
The entire fleet worldwide. What do you say? Final word.
Well, I say that this is obviously something that needs investigation, but these planes have flown millions of miles without any problems.
Okay.
And these have flown millions of miles without any problems, but every accusation needs to be investigated. That's why we have the FAA.
Diana Furchtgott-Roth, thank you so much for joining us tonight. It's good to see you.